And finally, he said that as an African parent, he has also participated in raising you, Your Highness, and he still wants to continue being a parent to you, Your Highness, and therefore, he has offered you 20 cows, which is a custom according to him, to welcome the incoming bride, because he is on your side, Your Highness, as your parent. So he is welcoming the bride with 20 cows, which I have brought, and he said it is called Okulabuchira in the local language.
Alikoba atiyenga president atenga latawo akukuziza ali kusaidia eno eri ku jebagabiro muwala n'olwekyo ye nga latawo w'omumaka ali kusangaza omugole nga muwa ente 20.
King, the Most Reverend Archbishop Kazimba Stephen Mugalu, for expeditiously and in a very colorful way conducting the very important ceremony this morning of the holy matrimony between the King of Busoga and the Queen of Busoga. I thank you very sincerely. I have come here in two capacities. One is already known by all the people of Busoga. I am called Mutesi from Bugweri. I have always said it. And Your Grace and Your Eminence, I was given this name a long time ago when we had, I hope the Honorable Abdul Katuntu is not here, because that time we were campaigning for KK in a by-election, the late Kirunda Kibenjinja, in a by-election which was there in the Bugweri, in that constituency of Honorable Katuntu. That was a long time ago. I was still a member of parliament. And the elders there gave me that name, Mutesi. And I have been telling people here, Your Grace, that I'm also Mutesi from Bugweri. But the Mutesi of Bugweri who comes from Teso. And today, Your Highness and Your Eminence and the chiefs, we now have the Mutesi who is officially in the palace, the Inhebantu. So I may need guidance on whether I should also continue with that name which was given to me, or you will choose to give me another name. That one will be a discussion for another day. So, Your Highness, that is the capacity in which I'm here, the first one. But the second one, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Oh, she wants to translate. Okay, you first translate that.
Bana, Vice President, asimye no Archbishop, okukiza okubaawo agaite lata ifini mukaire waife, musana mukuru, yasima ino baba, okole chako zolwa lero. Aye yakoba ati aide mwitulwa jambirundi ebiri. Aide nga omumbeda we Bugweri. Bamweta Mutesi. Erine lyo alifuna myaka gibiseku. Yali ali Bugweri mu campaign nga bali campaign mu Kibejjinja nga ali kwesibani mu Katuntu bamwerine eryo kale alwire nalyo. Aye alikubuuza aje maiso kulikozesa oba alirekule zeko bati jam maiso. Continue with the name.
I continue with the name.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So we shall be saying Mutesi, the Vice President, then the Inhebantu.
So tudakuba ni Mutesi Vice President ni Mutesi Inhebantu.
So there is a distinction. It will be very easy to distinguish. So, Your Grace, that makes me to be at home. I'm comfortable here because this is home. But the second reason why I'm here, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, sent me with his message to you, Your Grace, and Your Highness, and indeed all the members of the congregation.
Aide mutu eryokubiri aide ngachikire Vice President wa Uganda okitibwayo Kaguta Museveni ng'alina obubaka amutumye eri ekanisa n'eri Kyabazinga n'eri abantu ba Busoga.
And first he asked me to send his greetings together with the greetings of Mama Janet to all of you, the people of Busoga, but specifically to His Highness and the Queen.
Bwera kyasoose omukuba bw'otuuka sooka bakoti mbalamuyisa kulwange nga President ni Mama Janet yena balamuyisa asangaire okuba nga asobola okusobaka buno eri Kyabazinga and Inhebantu.
So His Excellency the President normally writes, but yesterday he rang me and told me that this morning he's going to ring me and I get a pen and a paper to write his points, then I come and present here. That is a method he decided to use, and it is a very difficult method, Your Grace.
President ebisere bisinga ebaruwa dade tambuwandiike aida mukubira isimu yamukwati ndakukubira nkukobere byona ayogera ati kale ntegekeyo emukalubirizamu ayo yamuwaire.
But I assured him that I'm going to execute the assignment without casualties.
Era yamukakasa nti waire ojogere bwogere obaka ndabutuusa ngazira kyensukyusizamu.
So the message is, His Excellency the President congratulates you, Your Highness, and the bride on your very special day of the holy matrimony.
President wa Uganda alikoyezayoza ino baba Kyabazinga and Inhebantu kunakula imwe luno olw'endawulo olw'omufire obufumbo bwamufu.
He thanks you, Your Highness, for getting a lifetime partner, because it is very important to have a lifetime partner, because a family is the nucleus of society.
Akwebaziza okufuna mwino ow'oluberera kubanga amaka n'entobo y'obulamu.
His Excellency also asked me to thank you specifically, Your Highness, because when your father died, you were still a young boy, but he wants to record a clear statement that you have demonstrated maturity, you have demonstrated responsibility, you have demonstrated hard work, and he wants to thank you especially for completing your education.
President alikwenda ino okusiima Kyabazinga yamwidukiza nti baba Professor Nadiope bwe yafa wali mwana muto ino aye ali kusiima okola obuvunaanyizibwa n'osoma n'omalayo okutuusa olunaku lwa leero bwe bali okola obuvunaanyizibwa na bwegendereza.
And His Excellency the President also thanks all the people of Busoga, specifically the close family members who brought you up, especially when your father died.
Alikwebaza ino abona ab'omu maka ab'emikwano abagemaku osobola okukula okusawo otusemperaano mwebale ino mwena.
And His Excellency the President also thanks you, Your Highness, for recently visiting the Royal Highness of Bunyoro Kingdom.
Era alikwebaza era yasanuka ino nti wasobola okwebeeda wajja ewa dada waife e Bunyoro wakyalira ku Lukira Basaija omukama gafa busa isuukayo ino yasiima ino.
In visiting the Royal Highness of Bunyoro Kingdom, you clearly showed that there is interconnectedness between these kingdoms.
Okukyalako e Bunyoro kyalagira ddala enkolagana eriwo mu bwakabaka bwaife ow'e Bunyoro n'ow'e Busoga.
And His Excellency the President asked me to mention to you, together with other cultural leaders present here, that it is very important to always demonstrate and clearly expose that interconnectedness between us and among us, and he would like the kingdoms to always clearly bring out what brings us together, what connects us together, rather than the differences.
Era ali kusaba obwakabaka bwona obuli mu Uganda tugezeeku okwendagana okulagagana omukwano n'obulala bwaife ekitugayita n'omukwano tube kweyawulayawulamu tukozese ofisi ezo okuyunga abantu n'okuyunga amawanga.
And he wants this interconnectedness to come out whether within Uganda, at the East African level, or at the African level, because the people of Africa are the same, and they should work very hard together, pursuing our interests. And that those who have some doubts may refer to the Batambuzi dynasty or the Bachwezi dynasty.
Era likoba ati kino kimukwa mu Uganda yonka mujje mu mawanga agatuliraine n'agandi gona okulaga obulalo bwaife kubanga amawanga ga Africa gona tuli bantu balala. Era obanga eri atayikiriza ekyo alina kyabuuza mujje musome history ey'abatembuzi ni history ey'abachwezi mwida kubona engeri kye tugemaganamu ng'ebika n'amawanga.
And that he shared the same message with the Prince, the Kabaka of Buganda, when he was still a prince then, when he was in London, and assured the Kabaka that he is going to reinstate the kingdoms in Uganda, but also emphasized to him that when he reinstates the kingdoms should demonstrate unity and what brings them together.
Amagezi ago tagatandise lwaleero. Kabaka wa Buganda awukisibwe ekisengedde Ronald Mutebi bwe yalina ye Bungereza ng'akalukwizawo bwa Kabaka mu Uganda yamukakasa nti nja kubwizaawo aye mukubwizaawo ndikusaba nti wonna atya amakuntebe wena yongera okulaga omukwano mu mawanga agandi okiraga nti Uganda eri galala.
And that we should always remember that we are all descendants of other indigenous African people. That's why in the names, for instance, like Wamala, it is found in Buganda, it is found in Western Uganda, it is also in DRC, and it is in Tanzania. So a clear demonstration that we are the same people.
Ekiraga nti amawanga ga Africa twena tuli kintu kirala twava mu bantu balala. Erina lya Wamala oli agana Buganda, oli agana mu Western Uganda, oli agana mu Congo, oli agana mu Sedi ndona n'olwekyo tuli kintu kirala.
And Your Highness, the name like Nadiope, His Excellency say that it is here in Buganda, in Busoga, but it is also in Karamoja.
Perano yakoite ina lya Nadiope tiri ku Busoga byonka nere mu Karamoja yone iro Nadiope.
And in Teso, Nadiope, it is called Odiope. There are people in Teso called the Odiope.
Ne Teso eri abantu bita Odiope. Kale shona kiraga era tuli balalawo.
And His Excellency the President said that the name of the bride, Mutesi, it is also in Ankole, but in Ankole they pronounce it a bit differently, Mutesi with the TSI. And that means a favorite child.
Mperano bana erina lya Inhebantu Mutesi ni Mwankole liriyo. Ayiro balieta Mutesi. Ekitegeeza omwana gwe basinga okwenda.
And he said that name also Mutesi is in Rwanda.
Ne Rwanda erina liriyo erya Mutesi.
So he asked me, Your Grace, Your Eminence, and Your Highness, to emphasize the point of unity and interconnectedness as kingdoms and as people of Africa.
So antumye ensonga eyo tukite kuina isira okumanya nti tuli kirala tufaanana tukolere ala tusigale nga tuli ala twegaite.
And with those few examples, he asked me to state that he will find an opportunity to have you and the Queen. He will host you with Mama in State House with your delegation.
Era baba alikakasa nti ekiseera kitali kyagala ino aida kweta ninde bantu muje
the most
eka
important
ewe.
point, Your Highness, Your Eminence, Your Grace, and Your Highness, is that I should repeat and repeat unity and interconnectedness. I think I've repeated it enough.
Abekanisa abakobye ekyo bawulire ino enjiri kyokuba tuli kintu kirala era amawanga gaffe gegemagana n'ebika bigemagana.
And finally, he said that as an African parent, he has also participated in raising you, Your Highness, and he still wants to continue being a parent to you, Your Highness, and therefore, he has offered you 20 cows, which is a custom according to him, to welcome the incoming bride, because he is on your side, Your Highness, as your parent. So he is welcoming the bride with 20 cows, which I have brought, and he said it is called Okulabuchira in the local language.
Alikoba atiyenga president atenga latawo akukuziza ali kusaidi eno eri ku jebagabiro muwala n'olwekyo ye nga latawo w'omumaka ali kusangaza omugole nga muwa ente 20.
So you have raised, Your Eminence and Your Highness. You can see how tough the assignment is. But I believe that I have done it to the best of my capacity. That is the assignment. That is a message which he gave me on phone. And I would now like to ask for your authority, Your Grace, to hand over the 50 cows. But in my capacity also as a Mutesi, Your Highness, a Mutesi of Bugweri, who is from Teso, yes. I came with physical cows, two physical cows. I'm told they are grazing somewhere, the other eastern side. And I came with 2 because Your Highness, the children must drink milk. I heard His Grace saying that one of the reasons for marriage is procreation. Procreation means we are going to have children very soon, and therefore the children must drink milk. And those cows, according to the vet, when one is having a calf, one will be in calf. So at all times there will be milk in the palace for those children.
Alikoba atinga ugaise kwente eda presidenti da waire omugole waife omuwala mwene yena ale sente 2 era diri awo muluya diri kuli ya isubi ate diri mu omwako dombi yakoba ati tali kwenda lubiri lwe mata eno we nabanga omwako erebenga balijikama n'olwekyo timwida kufika mata agusha bakobi ati muzala abana kale ye ali ba mata g'abaana abo era mutandikirewo.
His Grace, you said that before the Inhebantu came, His Highness was very lonely. We saw a worse loneliness when His Excellency the President sent us to the palace to open the palace, to hand over the palace from government to His Highness. I asked the Katukiro, Dr. Muvawala, does the Highness stay here? Dr. Muvawala said hardly, because the palace was so big, but he did not have a companion. So you rightly say that today is the day that the Lord has made. I want to thank Mutesi and her family for accepting to contribute to what this day has been today. Thank you very much.
Vice President Alikoba ati akumusho wakobi ati Kyabazinga barayongobeire gaine bantu akali tukamu kanisa ya mwidukiza nti lwetwaide kwigurawo eigenge yabonanga enumba nene ino atenga baba ali muyenka yabuza Katukiro ati baba asula muno akati atatera ati kubazira muntu gwabanaye ayenge fano ngaboidye yekakasa nti olubiri lw'egenge ludatandika okusuwa.
So Your Grace, Your Eminence, Your Highness, allow me now to hand over the 20 cows, which His Excellency the President has contributed towards supporting the holy matrimony of the Kyabazinga of Busoga.
Ente dido President daweereza diri kutambula diri kusala okujja ewa baba dido diri kujja ewa baba ni mama. Okay. Excellency, excuse me, I want to announce the presence of the Mwenengo of Ugwere. Your Highness, you are welcome. The Mwenengo.